everyone. Welcome back to our library Facebook YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for using this week's Kit2Go. So it's special effects for teens and tweens. But I will tell you, I am not a professional makeup artist. This kit and this demo are definitely for beginners, so let's get started. So I'm going to use everything that you guys have in the kit, and there is a little guide to let you know that you got everything in there. The first step is making your scar wax. So you're going to mix these two things until you get something like this. So it's like a little Play-Doh texture type thing, and it's going to be kind of squishy like that. And you'll see that mine is kind of skin tinted because I used my makeup foundation. So you can add whatever you want in there. You can add makeup foundation if you have it, or if you have like a special effects kit with green or black, you can make it that color. You can make it whatever color you'd like. So there's mine. We're going to skip that step just because it kind of takes a while. Mix it till you get it to your liking. The only other thing that I have here that you might not have is chocolate powder, and I'll show you why that's great. So the first thing we want to do after we've made our skin wax is tear apart the tissue paper that's provided. So you'll see when you open it up, it's pretty thin. It's like very papery. This is really good for areas where you want to have peeling away skin, because once you apply it with the blood, and you also have fake blood right here, and the glue and the scar wax here, it looks a lot like skin peeling back. So it's good for making burns or scrapes. Well, like I said, I'm not a professional. I always start out with an idea, and it never looks the way I plan. So I just want to give you guys an idea of how it works. So the glue in your kit is for building kind of a foundation. So I'm going to smear it. The other good thing about the glue is once it dries, it helps you peel up your creation, and if you're really careful, you can reuse it. And it peels off like a sheet. So we're going to let that dry just a little bit. And I don't think you'll need all this tissue paper. A little bit goes a long way. I think what I will try to do is let's do like a zombie bite. See how that works out. So you see how thin that is? And once it gets wet, it looks awesome, and you can twist it up. So I want kind of like rounded. And then some of my skin wax. It just kind of helps with the texture to have both of them. You can use only tissue paper. You can use your scar wax. The scar wax will be heavier on the glue when you fill it up, so just be mindful of that. And those are the teeth marks. Also, in this little kit here, you have a makeup sponge, and you can use that to press down. It's especially good when you start adding in the blood, because you want this to kind of blend out into your skin. You don't want it to have too much definition. So a little bit of that scar wax goes a long way. I intended for you to have enough to make a couple of things, to try a few things, because that's really the point. We're beginners and we want to try and keep doing it over and over until we're really good. It's very messy. I have wipes outside of the camera. And it does have a lot of texture, a lot of cracks and things like that, but that's okay. It's going to make it look really cool. Other thing that you have in here is a brush. So you can use this end without the brush, kind of make some dents. Like I said, I want mine to be teeth, to kind of look like teeth. So you can use toothpicks. There's also a little wooden spatula in each of your kits. I use my wooden spatula to make the scar wax. So it kind of just helps blend it out. And all that glue will dry clear. You can see it just because it's wet, but when it dries, it'll be clear. So I want this area to look kind of raw, like skin, like a bite. So we'll dip into the blood. So the fake blood is really bright. It looks dark there, but when you add it in, you'll see that it's pretty bright red. And that's okay. That's for fresh wounds. This is really good. So if you want something to be darker, like it's a deeper or older wound, you can mix in some of the chocolate powder. And they actually used chocolate syrup in a lot of black and white horror films because the texture is so realistic on screen. So that's where I got that idea originally. You can also add it directly. And that will dry a little bit too. So if you want something to look really easy, just be careful. Don't get it on your clothes, or don't get it on your non-costume clothes. It's already turning into something else. I did not intend. Kira's helping me film. I really was not going to say what I was making just because I know it's not going to be that when it's over, but this is the truth. So especially when you're doing the wound, kind of bunching it up makes it look awesome, I think. So this is kind of a rough texture sponge. You can use other makeup sponges as well. But this one just gives you that kind of raw meat look, which sounds horrible, but I love it, right? All those edges and things you can clean those up. You can add more tissue paper, you can add more blood. This looks like a deep part of the wound now. So I'll add some heavy blood in this area. Real oozy and disgusting mark. So if you have painted your skin to be like zombie green, it would look really cool like that too. Or if you have black food coloring or something like that, so my hands are full of blood, I got carried away. And definitely use all the tools in creative ways. Like the glue is really for the base, but you can also use it for that, especially if you want to add more tissue paper, which I do if I can get it off. Here. Looks Pretty disgusting, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
We tend to do this program live, in person, and every year it's hilarious, the things that our teens come up with. I had a boy make it look like he had a bloody nose, and he went home, and his grandparents really believed that he got in a fight, and they were upset, and they wanted to know who he got in a fight with. He's like, no one, the library. They liked it. So we're gonna smooth it out. I don't know if you can see that. Where it was really textured before, and you can kind of flake off what you don't need to. In some places I got more blood than I intended. So my fingers are covered. That's okay. You can also use other makeup now. It doesn't have to be mixed into your scar wax. You can use it whenever you want. Let's grab this really close. So to cover up kind of this type of thing, or even right here where we got too much blood, you can use special effects makeup. And lots of people have those. They come in, those little trays that you get for pretty cheap at the store. And you never know what to do with them. You know what to do with them. A lot of simple ingredients that I think a lot of people will have at home. This is flour. This is petroleum jelly, like Vaseline, and that's it. That's how you make the scar wax. Other ideas for using the scar wax, I saw someone online use it to cover one of their eyes, their whole eye, to make it look like they had just like a covered socket. It was awesome. But always make sure that you don't have a skin allergy or anything like that. Your eye is a very sensitive place. And then they covered it with a couple of pieces of this. And it looks so real. And you just put blush to make it look more skin toned. I'm just gonna walk around like this for the rest of the day.
You shouldn't. Like, what happened?
See if people notice. And you see how when you push kind of towards inside the wound, it creates that little buildup, like a natural kind of clotting thing. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. It's gonna be a basic wound. So thank you all so much for watching my non-professional demonstration for how to use your Kit2Go. If you are a teen or a tween, make sure you pick up this kit at any of your library locations. We have 8 locations, and give us a call if you need any help. Thank you so much for watching.